I don't do that, so I gotta make sure we get out the way. But let's kick it off, like I promised y'all, with the off season. All right, we gotta talk about the off season. Like I said, it's been a busy off season. Let me switch it up for y'all real quick. There we go. Man, trades, re-signs, people came back on 1-year deals. Draft was pretty good. Some people popping up from the draft in the preseason. But we gotta give it a letter grade. All right, and we're gonna kick this off with the chorus. Backstage, the chorus, I got a lot to say about the offseason. You know, we got some contract negotiations that didn't fall through yet. I mean, it's a lot been going on this offseason with the Commanders. So the Couriers, you kick us off. What's your letter grade for the Commanders offseason?
I'll give it a C plus. I'll give it a C plus. They made some pretty good signings, especially with Debo Samuel in the offensive line. However, I do have some questions at aging. We're considered maybe the oldest team in the NFL right now, and that's a bit concerning a little bit. Especially you draft. I mean, you brought back players that were there last year, but at the same time, you didn't do anything in the back half of your wide receiver corps. Like, just say if instance, if Terry goes down, who do you have to basically replace him? Um, your biggest weakness is, I would say, the offensive, the wide receiver corps and your edge rusher. I thought maybe losing Dante Fowler may have hurt it a little bit. Bringing in Von Miller, okay, but I'm not convinced. You brought in Kinlaw. I thought maybe it was, just to show up the run defense, but still, you overpaid him just a little bit. And the safety position, Will Harris, I'm not impressed. And then, like I said, your best acquisition is your offensive line. So it's still some questions there, as far as the defensive wise a little bit. Your secondary probably be the best thing on defense, maybe your linebacking course, but D line's a question mark, wide receiver's the question mark, especially with Terry's situation. So I give it a C plus.
I got a lot to say about that.
Yeah, same.
Go ahead, Mark. Go ahead, Mark.
I got a lot to say about that. Look, first and foremost, I'm not gonna give us a C plus. I'll give us a B plus. The only reason I don't give us an A minus is because of the Terry situation, like trying to handle that situation. All season we did good, man. They built they're protecting Jaden Daniels. They got they got probably the second or third best offensive lineman in the league on the team now with Laramie Tunsil. We had a gym last year with Brandon Coleman. We got Sam Cosmi coming back. We signed Debo Samuels. We did a lot in the offseason for the offense to protect Jaden Daniels. We got even drafting the running back that we drafted to get more help around Jaden Daniels. So I mean, I don't think they did, and I think offensively, even if Terry didn't play, we'd still be a top 5 offense. Even if Terry wasn't playing on our team. Yes, I believe. Defensively, I think that's where things gonna get a little shaky. Okay, I know in the backstage, I was talking about the corners that we have. I like Amos, I like Lattimore, I like Sharon still, but it's just after that, the cornerback room got to get a little better because EJ Vigors, Noah Igbenogany, Bobby Price, 3 of the worst corners probably in the league right now, and they all on the same team, and and they on the field at the same time. So that's not a good situation. The Bengals was carving us up yesterday. I mean, not even yesterday. A couple of days ago when we played the Bengals, they was carving them up. Every touch pass or every big completion they had, Bobby Price. Every time somebody running across the middle, catching the ball, walking, and with yak after the catch, Noah Igbenogany. Every time somebody throwing it deep or trying to throw it over somebody's head, EJ Vigors. All 3 of them was the only reason that we even lost yesterday. Outside of that, I think the pass rush is going to be a lot better than what it was. I know our starters haven't played. All our starters on the offensive line. I mean, the defensive line haven't played yet. We haven't seen Von Miller rush the quarterback yet. We haven't. I know we've seen Dorrance Armstrong, and I'm not a big fan of him myself, but I do like the beef that we got up in the middle. No Diddy. I do like the players that we got, like Kinlaw. We got run stoppers, which we was bad at last year. We got pressure on the quarterback, which we was bad at last year. So we improved on the defensive line. It's just that I don't know how improved it was going to be. And it's just everything has got to mesh together right. But like it's offensively, we B minus because we ain't signed Terry, but like offensively by itself, we are great already. I want you to know that we got LJ 2.0, we got JD 5 already. We got Lamar Jackson last year on our team as a rookie. That's what we got. So I mean, offensively we are great. I just want you to know that. I
Can
don't
I ask? Can I ask a question real quick?
go ahead.
Like I said, if McLaurin goes down, hypothetically, hold out or injury, do you trust Debo Samuel to be your top receiver?
I trust our receivers. I like Jalen Lane. You can say I like Luke McCaffrey coming into his second season. If I know he's not getting the ball thrown to him, but I was watching the all 22s and bruh is open. He's 7-11 right now. So I like if Terry don't come
I'm hearing
back, I
bad
think
things
we
about
will
him.
be. Look, I said the same thing about Downey Brown until he came on last year. Like he right now, Luke McCaffrey last game against the Bengals, 7-11. They ain't throwing the ball. He was 7-11. He had a touchdown pass and all type 7-11 all game. I'm telling you. So like
Okay.
this, like we're gonna like I like our offense. Like I really do. If Terry don't play, we are still great. And even if Terry plays and comes back, I hope he jail with everything that's going on. But offensively, I have no doubt. Running backs, receivers, line, I have no doubt about the offense at all. None.
Okay.
Go ahead, Mike.
So for me, I mean, y'all pretty much said everything. Honestly, I'm with Mark on that grade level. I wasn't at a C. I was more like at a B plus, kind of leaning on that A minus. But again, that McLaurin signing is kind of like, yeah, it's putting us in a bind for real. In all honesty, I feel like his presence says a lot to the team and to that organization. So, definitely big on McLaurin getting signed, but like everybody said, man, offensively, especially that O line, they put a lot around Jay Daniels this season. I was actually shocked to see that we was going to get Laramie Thompson. I didn't see that even coming up. That just came out of the blue. I was shocked that the Texans even like let him go. I'm like, oh, all right, bet, say less. So that was a big plus, and also in that draft, picking up Josh Connerly. I mean, listen, that just tells you a lot right there. They putting the pieces out there to protect Daniels. As far as the receivers, I ain't gonna hold you. Debo wasn't really on my radar as somebody I wanted to come to the Commanders. I was more leaning towards Higgins and honestly Metcalf. Those were my two top picks. I thought they were gonna go for.
I wanted
Obviously,
Higgins.
you, listen. I thought that was the calling right there. That was a no brainer to go for him. But they pulled the trigger on Debo early in the offseason. Like we're talking April. The season was just ended. For real. So it's like they I guess they see something in Debo. My thing is hopefully he can hold up majority of the season. I mean, he suffered a massive injury last season that sidelined him for the majority of the season. So it's like, will he be really effective for the longevity for 17 games? I don't know. We'll see. Um, Also, I know Joe had pointed to it as far as the flexibility across the depth in the roster, especially with the vet guys like Bobby Wagner and Zach Ertz. These guys actually, with the flexibility with the cap, they coming back for another year. So obviously they see something in this team that they could be a potential Super Bowl, or if not, make it to the Super Bowl and become champions. You feel me? So I'm putting that out there right now. A title's coming to DC. Just let y'all know. My biggest concern is obviously the defense. Again, I mean, it's cool that we got Von Miller, but I mean, we're not getting that Von Miller from the Broncos. Are we getting that one? Are we getting that kind of Von Miller, or are we gonna get that Buffalo style, Von Miller? So and he's kind of wishy washy. I wish we would do something with Trey Hendrickson. He's still sitting out there. He's looking for a bag. Um, I'm kind of worried about our pass rush for real. These past two preseason games, I'm a little concerned, especially with that time of possession. I ain't never seen our defense like that on the field for so long. You know what I'm saying? It was so hard for them to get off the field. They get them third and long drives and then turn around, here come a first down. So it's like, bro, what? Are we doing this again? Are we going through this again with the defense? So, I had high expectations for this defense to, be better and do better. But it's like we gotta see that consistency moving forward for real. But like I said, outside of that, I feel like this offseason was a big plus. I don't feel like it was like shot in the foot for real. They brought it. They came with it, And like I said, I'm super excited about this offense. I mean, just looking at the beginning of the Bengals game when it looked good, they was able to score with ease. They moved that ball down the field with no problem. So I see that this offense is going to be like that, most definitely. And it's going to be another magical season, just like last season.
So,
with 85.
So question. So, okay, so y'all not concerned. You and Mark are not concerned that we're the oldest team in the NFL. You're not concerned about our pass rushing abilities. Like outside of Von Miller, who do you trust that will rush the passer?
So I probably should have clarified that. So I am concerned about our pass.
Okay.
I mean the interior run stopping, no problem. Yeah, we're gonna get there. We're gonna clog that up. But as far as
right.
causing pressure just with a front four, like prime example, I don't want to use the other team, but the Giants D line is legit.
Yeah.
They are a problem. They could cause havoc just with those four. We needed something like that to mirror what they got going on. I don't see that from our team. I don't see that from our D line. I feel like that's going to be a struggle. To cause that kind of pressure, I feel like it's going to be a lot for the defense. So yeah.
Man, do you trust our corners? I mean, that's the best we got.
So from what I've heard about Lattimore, I had high hopes when he came over here, but it's like he's getting cooked. Oh no, we gotta. It's iffy. It's iffy. I will say. It just needs to be better. Now Trey almost, that dude's gonna be a dog. I feel like he's gonna be a threat. He's gonna be a lockdown corner over there. As the season progresses, but it's going to take some time with this defense throughout the season to get it right.
And I always say I didn't like Joe Witt's scheme. I said that since last year. I wish Dan Quinn ran the defense, but oh well. But I never liked the Joe Witt's scheme. I already said that since last year.
All right. So I'm gonna ask y'all a question. Where did we get worse at?
D-line.
How do we get worse? How we get worse in D-line?
Edge rush.
Pass rush. I said it. Jonathan Allen.
Okay. First of all, Jonathan Allen he didn't play most of the year last year.
Played like 2 games.
And we made to the NFC Championship game, right? So let's get out of it. Let's crush him off. Dante Fowler, although he had a good season with the pass rush, he was an undersized lineman, so he did not help us in the run game. He was a good pass rusher, but when it comes to the run defense, he wasn't a huge factor to that. He's an undersized lineman. So that's why I think bringing in Von Miller was key for that, because he's a terrific pass rusher. But when it comes to stopping the run, we beefed up the D line, like Mark said. We went and got big guys, Dedrick Wise, Eddie Goldman, what's his name, Javon Kinlaw. So we are bigger in the middle. So I feel like our run defense should be better. You also got Newton, who's I already see a leap for him already, right?
I see a lead in him too.
You got him. You still got Deron Payne. So I feel like we should have a better run defense. And then the secondary. Did we get better in the secondary?
Hold on. But you said the D-line, y'all picked D-line. You said, I'm sorry, Joe, you said the D-line has gotten better. Yes, we gotten better in the run defense perspective. Interior. But you
not on the edge.
On your edges, because you lost a 10.5 sack person last year for a 5 sack last year and older. That's improving.
What did Dante Fowler do before he had a 10.5 sacks?
Okay, he didn't do nothing, but when he came here, he had 10 sacks.
Wasn't he backing up like a backup in Dallas? at the time, so he really
He
ain't
got his
tested.
because
That is
He
correct.
had his opportunity. He had his opportunity with Atlanta, and he had his opportunity with Jacksonville.
I'm not trying to kill.
I'm not
Fowler,
killing him at all.
You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
He
But
ain't got a resume like Von Miller. Don't try to put him up like Dante Fowler is an upgrade. I mean, Von Miller's a downgrade from Dante Fowler.
In
exactly.
his age, yes, he is.
but based on
Even
But
at
the
his
one
age, he's now. Who had more pressures last year?
Okay, hold on. I don't care about the. Okay, I get what you're saying, but in terms of sacking the quarterback, putting the quarterback on the ground, I'd rather have Dante Fowler.
Mhm.
You know, like 4 of them sacks that Dante Fowler had was the quarterback just falling. He touching them first.
That still
Not like
counts
him
as a
getting
sack. I'm
pressure on the
sorry.
quarterback.
That still counts as a sack.
I mean, just letting you know that's not doing anything. That's not
Are you going?
helping the
Okay,
team.
so you're telling me that you're going to actually put your faith in Von Miller and Frankie Louvu to put their hand in the dirt and go after the quarterback? Because it sounds like that's what Frankie Louvu is your best bet.
You talking over Dante Fowler? Yes, I will.
Yes.
I'll on Von Miller.
You gotta
over
realize Dante Fowler.
You think Dante Fowler's so great?
And then the
Why do you
money
think
he
he's
was
so great?
asking for also. So my thing is this. I think it's okay to move on for Dante Fowler and get guys like Debo Samuels, get guys like DJ Wise, Javon Kinlaw, like have enough money to get Jonathan Jones. See, that's another thing, the secondary. The issue really is our run defense and our secondary at times. That's the issue on our defense. Did we
Our
not
secondary
get
was top 10.
because everybody was running the ball on us? That's why.
It doesn't matter. It was still top 10.
That stat is overrated, bro. I'm sorry. Our secondary was suspect.
And that was with Ben St. Juice and half of Forbes, and Lattimore wasn't even a game much. He only came in the playoffs, and we were still top 10.
So did we get better in the secondary?
Yes.
Okay, so my whole thing is when you spoke to Decorious, it was a bunch of I don't like this and I didn't like that, I didn't like this. My thing
No,
is
I said the secondary was better. I said
Huh?
the secondary was better. I said the secondary was the strength of our defense outside the linebackers position. I said the D line was weak. Now, the safety position is a little question mark, but the D line is the weakest of our defense.
So do you think
like the safety
overall we
position,
got worse on the D line?
Yes.
Because we lost Dante Fowler? Are you serious?
And Jonathan Allen, yes.
Jonathan Allen barely played last year. He got hurt against the Ravens. He barely played it last year. He got hurt in week 6.
And when he played, he ain't do nothing.
I would say Jonathan Allen.
Hold on, let me ask you a question. When Jonathan Allen went down last year, who were getting the sacks? It wasn't Payne. It wasn't
Nobody
Jonathan
was
Newton.
getting sacked.
It was the edge rushers and sometimes Darius Armstrong or Ceylon Farrell when he was healthy. None of the interiors like Newton or Payne or Mathis when he was with us for Daniel Mathis, the interiors were not getting sacks or getting pressure after Allen was gone or was injured.
So we want
Exactly.
No. I don't agree with that, bro. I don't agree with that.
That's not about the run defense.
I mean, me respectfully, like I said, it looked like we beefed up more towards the interior, but we never really addressed the outside portion of it. Because think about it. Let's look at it. So, do you trust right now Dorrance Armstrong to make a play on that outside? Because to me, he don't look like a edge rushing DN. He's more of an interior inside
rusher
lineman.
Right? Yeah, he don't even look like an edge.
But he's classified as that, though.
I think overall we got better on the D line based on what we had most of last year.
Armstrong had last year? Huh?
He had 5 sacks last year. Louisville had 8, and Fowler had 10.5.
Okay, so again, losing Fowler, losing Allen, and losing I forgot who else. Our pass rush, especially in the interior, gone down. Like I said, the run defense, we beefed up the interior as run defense. I'll give it a grade up on that. But our pass rush in the edges, we've gotten weak. I'm sorry, even with Von Miller, he's old. I don't trust him.
I think
he 5 sacks last year and he was injured.
I think you're overrating Jonathan Allen impact last year. Jonathan Allen, did he flash across the screen last year at all? He had 3 sacks.
You keep saying Jonathan Allen's name. What did he do last year?
Like
Okay.
he showed up against the Browns. Who didn't show up against the Browns against Deshaun Watson? He showed up against the Giants. Who didn't? I'm dead serious. Against like the Bengals, against the Bengals, the Ravens, the Falcons. Jonathan, I didn't. I'm sorry about the Falcons. Sorry, the Bengals, the Buccaneers. Who else?
Okay.
He didn't flag the off my screen.
You play top tier, not top tier, but good quarterbacks, like you just said, Joe Burrow, the Baker Mayfields. You play top tier quarterbacks, and you couldn't put pressure on them. And this is another reason why I say I don't like Joe and Steve.
That was
He
Jonathan
put
Allen.
pressure on Baker
You
Mayfield.
couldn't put pressure on Jonathan Allen.
I'm talking about Jonathan Allen, but my whole thing is this. You felt like we got worse because we cut a guy who been hurt since week 6. Remind you, he been hurt since week 6, and we made it to the NFC Championship game. So in my mind, I'm thinking like, okay, that's not a big loss. We cut ties with him, and he's getting older, and he had an injury, bro. So we moved on for that, and then we lost one D lineman, Fowler. Yes, he led our team in sacks. All right, main issue though, we addressed, which was the run defense. We addressed that. We were second to last in rushing yards allowed per attempt. We were second to last in rushing yards allowed per game, and we addressed that, and we got better at that. Now, what we get? I'm not sure. I don't know if I'm gonna get 10.5 like Fowler, but I'm happy that we addressed our biggest issue on defense, which was the run defense. That's why I feel like overall we got better on the D line overall.
Okay, so do you trust? Listen real carefully. Do you trust that our secondary can hold the receivers and have a lot of coverage sacks in this year's season?
See, I don't think losing Fowler mean that we're gonna have the worst pass rush in the NFL. I don't think Fowler is super special. I feel like he took advantage. I mean, Dan Quinn's king. I mean, he was a part of. That's what he was. I'm sorry, and we replaced him with Von Miller, who's an elite pass rusher still to this day. He's a top pressure getter in the NFL, right?
We're gonna revisit this topic.
We definitely will. We definitely will. So
I'm concerned in the pass rushing position. I'm very concerned. Now, run defense, no concern. Pass rush, I'm concerned.
And also with the cornerbacks, we got better in the quarterbacks. We got better. Our third best corner can be Marshall Lattimore. I can live with that. And we got another veteran, John Jones, who's solid also. Like
I'm not said something bad about Will Harris. Like,
what
Will Harris is.
I actually like Will Harris.
I gotta look at Will Harris highlights. Maybe I'm overreacting with that. That's why I say questionable. I like Quan Martin. I love Quan Martin. I don't know who Will Harris is. That's why I say I gotta look at more highlights. I wish they had kept Jeremy Chin. That's what I'm mad about.
Right, do you forget when Jeremy Chin missed a daggone tackle against Eckhart Barkley on the first play of the play? Jeremy Chin, bro, he had moments, but he's replaceable, bro. He's replaceable. And have you seen Will Harris last year with the Saints? I'm not saying
he don't know who Will Harris is.
I'm not saying Will Harris is a good replacement. He's a good replacement for Jeremy Chin. It's not like we got worse with that. That's how I'm looking at it.
Okay.
It's like, okay. All right. It's a good trade-off. Okay. And then also, all right, now, and then on top of that, I know we talk about protecting Jaden Daniels. The offensive line, yes, we're going to protect JD5, but it's mainly for our rushing attack. Our rushing attack fell off once we got injuries in the O-line. Bringing in Jonathan Connolly, who we drafted this year, was part of the offseason. Bringing in Laramie Tunsil was part of the offseason. I mean, our rushing attack is just going to get better. And also bringing in Bill, who was a 7th rounder. That's why I don't think a C is a good grade for us. Like, we like, the only thing you could probably say we got worse at is if you really think Dante Fowler is that guy, that's the only part of our defense you can say we got worse. But every else in our team, we got better in every single category.
But Joe, I never attacked the offense. I only attacked the defense.
Even on the defense, we got better in secondary. We got better in the rush defense. The only thing you talking about is because we lost Dante Fowler. It's a C. It's like, we got better in every category.
No. Not only that. I said wide receiver position after McLaurin, after Debo. Who do you have? Who do you trust?
Okay. See. That's what I'm confused about.
Jeremy Lane is unproven. Jeremy Lane, he looks promising, but he's unproven. Go ahead.
Decorious, we don't have infinite income, man. Like it's only so much you can do in the off season. Y'all talking about getting T Higgins to DK Metcalf. Do y'all see what DK Metcalf getting paid? And y'all say you're talking about we need to pay Terry too? Like, come on, man. Like, we can't go out and pay a receiver while filling in all these other holes. We can't do that. So what we do, we brought back Noah Brown, who is a serviceable receiver. I know he's injured right now. Jaden Lane looked really good so far in training camp, and he looked good in the preseason. You brought in Debo. Y'all can kill Debo all you want. In the Cliff Kingsbury offense, he's going to be a weapon. He is.
He's a bigger version of Curtis Samuel.
And he's going to who?
He's a bigger version of Samuel.
I think that's a disrespect to Debo. I really think he's better than Curtis Samuel, bro. Let's not do that to him.
I say he's a bigger version than Curtis Samuel. That's what I said.
But he's better though. He's better than Curtis Samuel. I agree. Okay, he's better. All right. So my thing is I like what we did, but with the resources we had, and Terry's coming back. Like Terry on the PUP list. Ron Rivera. Dan Quinn in the get out of my head. Dan Quinn in the press conference talked about that right now. He's ramping up. He talked about that today. He's ramping up. The media might not see him, but he's working. They say his ankle was fine and everything, even though his ankle was always fine. We don't know what's going on. Mm-hmm. So and then on top of that, we brought back key guys that were key. And then this whole age thing. Now don't get me wrong, Bobby Wagner, like got Von Miller and Zach Ertz. Okay, that's basically it, right? Which are valuable positions, right? The oldest team we are is 27. The youngest team is 24. I mean, how big is that? We acting like we 30 and everybody else 24. It's not that whole age thing is overrated. The Lions are the fourth oldest team. Are the Lions back? Nobody's talking about that. Like, so my thing is that whole age thing. I'm not worried about that for real. I'm not worried about that. So I think that we got better everywhere. And if you want to pull on the Dante Fowler thing, that still don't make us a C. I give it a B plus, like Mark and Mike said.
Yeah, and then on top of that, you got to look at the situation too. This is the first big contract negotiation of the whole, the Commanders, the first one. Okay, let him get anything, and you 30 years old, demanding $30 million is a lot. I know Terry did everything for us, and we should pay him just because, but. Like, if we want to win, we can't do that. We can't be nice. We can't do what the Wizards did. That's what you're asking for. We doing what the Wizards did with like Gilbert Arenas, John Wall. After they, we paid them max contracts after we seen that they was like I ain't gonna say done, but they not the same as they used to be. That's what the Wizards do, and I'm not trying to take that path as well. You know what I'm saying? So,
okay, let me ask you this: Are you okay? You say you're not concerned with age, but in developments, especially the draft pick we had last year, I can name you 3 names that I heard as basically disappointing: Luke McCaffrey, Ben Sinnott, and McGee.
McGee been hurt.
3 names.
He's been hurt. He's been hurt.
McGee was hurt. Luke McCaffrey he's gonna come up this year more than he was last year. I get that.
See, Luke McCaffrey worries me. I'm not gonna lie.
I like Luke McCaffrey. If y'all watch the all 22s from last game, watch every route that he run. Every route that he run.
And do you think Brandon Coleman is gone?
No. Do I think he's gone?
Sure.
He's been hurt too.
That's my point. All the people we drafted last year are disappointments so far.
Brandon Coleman is not a disappointment. What are you talking about?
He was good last year.
He was very good.
But he's been injured.
He just got injured.
And the thing is, we got like 5 new offensive linemen just so
he was supposed to be in our future. He was supposed to be our future left tackle, but we end up getting Tunsil. Why?
Because he was available. That's why. Do you hear Anna Peters? Anna Peters said that they didn't have prepare for Tunsil. Texans called them, and they said, "What? Okay, what do you want?" Like they took advantage of the opportunity. That's what happened.
Right.
I'm just saying.
They go out and say we need to get a left tackle. They called.
They called.
Hey, just imagine somebody on the phone like, "Oh yeah, I got Jameson Williams," but then you're like, "Oh, CD Lamb is available." What? I don't care.
I know.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's good.
I mean, look at the Lakers got LeBron. Luke, what? Luke? Bring Luke over here. We'll take Luka. So. Bruh,
with Sam Cosmi out for half the season, who's gonna take a spot at right
Aren't they moving? Where are they moving Coleman? Brandon Coleman is getting moved to right guard, right?
Yeah, he
No.
moving right guard.
You
He
sure?
is, right?
Yeah.
I think he is. Yeah.
They
Yeah,
get
he's
shut
moving
the
right
O
guard.
line like crazy. They got a lot of pieces for the O line now. Like it's
Because
Yeah,
you
not
got
gonna be like last year.
You got Tulsa, you got LaGrady, you got the center from Dallas. Then you got Wiley. No, is it Wiley? Is Wiley? No, is it
Yeah.
Wiley was the right tackle.
We still got Trent Scott too. So
Yeah, we still got Trent Scott and we got
still
okay.
have a lot of
the
players.
Duke and the Chiefs. Get his name.
Paul.
Wiley,
What's his name?
Andrew Wiley.
Oh my gosh.
No, Paul. His last name Paul.
He's talking Chris Paul.
Chris Paul.
Okay,
Still
so
got him?
yeah, right guard. Oh, Allegretti.
Allegretti.
I thought it was left guard.
Allegretti. No, left guard is Brandon Coleman. So I thought he was right guard, but so left guard is Brandon Coleman.
Okay, all right.
And yeah, I'm cool with that.
Okay, I'm cool with that. Okay, I'm confident.
That's fine. So I think am I saying O line gonna be top 2 in the NFL? But it's an upgrade.
No, I think that O line is top 5. That O line is
It
top 5.
might be. We gotta see.
That O line is top 5. Now that's the best thing we got throughout the whole. Well, outside of JD5, but that's the best position we have outside of quarterback.
Yeah, Payne, big run stopper. Shout out to Ron Payne. All right, y'all. So we spent a lot of time on the all season, but it was worth it. It was worth it.
Yeah.
All right? It was worth it.
Yeah.
But anybody else want to add? But look, my last words for this section though, we lost Fowler, Jonathan Allen, and Jeremy Chan, but we gained. On the defense, we gained Dedrick Wise, Javon Kinlaw, Eddie Goldman, Will Harris, John Jones, Trey Amos, who else? Von Miller. I mean, come on, man. And then offensively, we just got better. I mean, we better get rid of our number 1 running back. We don't need him no more.
Look at him.
We still got that guy.
Okay, we
still got that guy. As long as we got that guy, we're good.
Who's that running back for 3rd and 1 in goals? Who's that going to be? Is it going to be McNichols?
No.
So
it could be McNichols. It could be Rodriguez.
It could be Rodriguez too.
It could be Bill.
I think Rodriguez.
We got
any of them.
We get rid of Brian Robinson.
We still got Austin Eckler.
Austin. Yeah, we still got Austin. Yeah.
Say nothing about Austin. He was 50% of our off. Well, not 50%.
And we got Debo.
He got hurt.
Yeah.
Don't forget about that. Like he's
that's true. Yeah, that's true.
We good, man. We good.
That's why I call him a gadget receiver.
Man, I wish Tom and Dave was over here to do the comments, man. I'm missing all the comments. It's hard to do the comments and talk with y'all. All right, let's go to our next topic. So